So I'm here with Sally Rogers at Heeley City Farm on what is the first day of the Heeley Pop-Up Museum. Could you please tell us a little more about what the Pop-Up Museum is?
Yeah, so I'm the heritage manager at the farm, and I have a very big archive of documents and photos and objects that relate to the history of the farm and to wider Heeley. And I haven't really had an opportunity to show people what we've got for about a year. So I really wanted to give people an opportunity to come and have a look at what a small proportion of what we've got, and have a talk about our history and celebrate the story of the farm and its place in the story of Heeley.
In terms of Heeley City Farm as a charity, how long has it been going? Can you tell us a bit more about the charity?
Yeah, so Heeley City Farm has been going for 42 years. So it's an important part of Sheffield's third sector now, and we're we're a charity, and we are a visitor centre. So we're a city farm. We're a working farm. So we have a great variety of animals here. We also have a cafe, and we do a great variety of different sorts of community work and support people in lots of different ways.
Yeah, without spoiling too much of the content of the museum, could you give us an idea of what makes the history of Heeley just so special and so unique?
Yeah, so Heeley itself has a really interesting history. It was a medieval village. It was right on the border between Sheffield and Derbyshire, and then it grew rapidly into with industrial housing, and the farm has a really, really special story that I think makes us unique. The Heeley Farm grew out of a story of community activism that helped to stop the Heeley bypass that would have completely decimated and changed Heeley forever. There was local residents joined together to form an activist group that managed to stop the Heeley bypass from being built and started the farm, and that protest left not only the farm but a whole string of parks and community spaces through Heeley. I think that makes it a really, really special place, and it's kind of the way that's influenced the way that the farm has developed ever since, over its 40 years. It's come from people working together to create a thing to support and celebrate each other.
Yeah, it's a truly special thing. It's a place kind of created by the people, and now it's serving the people 42 years down the line since its inception in 1981. So the Pop-Up Museum is, would you say, I suppose, just a complete documentation of that marvellous history and community feel to Heeley.
Yeah, so it's a chance for us to celebrate that story and to share it with people. Yeah.
And it's the Pop-Up Museum is running every Saturday throughout the month of August. And why do you think it's important for local people to come down and visit the museum and interact with each other, share their stories, have a look at the photos, read some of the history? Why is that so important to do?
So I think people sharing their histories is really valuable. I think we've had some fantastic visitors today. We've had some people who have lived in Heeley for many generations. We had some people, a lady in her 80s coming in who said she'd lived in Heeley her whole life. We had a lady come in who was doing family research, wanting to find out the history of her great-grandparents that had lived on Myrtle Road. I think people like talking about their history. It makes them helps you value a part of your identity. And that's kind of what we're doing for the farm as well. It's valuing the farm's identity.
Why forget this? Why? You can't forget what happened. You know, just look at us now with this mobile phones and that. And look how we used to they used to manage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they still lived, didn't they?
Yeah. And it's a community that's, survived so much, back from the Blitz to the bypass that they protested against. It's gone through a lot, hasn't it, Heeley?
Yeah, it really, really has. And they say, oh, remember the good old days, it was better than now, but was it? I don't know.
It's been made up of lots and lots of different people, and we want people to come and add to it. So we've already had people sharing their memories, people offering to bring down photographs and bits of archive material. So, and we really, really encourage that. We want to hear people's stories, we want to see their photos. So yeah, please come and help add to the museum.